Hi, this is Jacob Baugh, Jacob's Ladder with Team Cardhoarder. This week I'm going to be playing a little bit of Legacy for you. This is a take on Dredge that I've been thinking about for a little bit. With Amalgam being so good in Modern, I think it could be good enough to be played in the Legacy deck. So I wanted to give that a try, and it is a blue card, so it does give you some added bonuses for being that. But basically, I'm wanting to do Legacy because there is a Legacy Open in Baltimore that I need to prepare for at some point. I'm not sure what I want to play, but right now, Kaladesh still isn't out on MTGO, so I don't want to focus on Standard for my videos at the moment. So we're going to be going with this. Well, we'll go over a few of the cards for you. Looks pretty much like a normal stock Dredge list. Still have all the Stinkweed Imps, Golgari Grave Trolls, Careful Studies, and that kind of stuff. Bridges, Quell Therapies, all that normal stuff you see in Dredge. The 5-color mana base is mostly for the sideboard. You are only a blue and black deck from the build I decided to go with, so you don't have to worry about Faithless Looting or any of that stuff to cast, so you actually get a slightly better mana base, but that's not really the draw to this version. It is that you can actually play through Graveyard Hate and some of the other stuff like that in the formats where you just normally would fold playing Dredge, since you get access to Forcible. Normally you can't play this kind of card in the deck because you don't have enough blue cards, but Amalgam adds more blue cards. Narcomoebas you draw in your hand is still just a blue card, and then you have the Breakthroughs and the Careful Studies are my enablers I chose to go with, mostly because they're blue, and then I'm playing Putrid Imp as my best enabler otherwise. This could be, I thought about maybe a Drown Resolkula or something like that, but I ended up deciding just to go with the Imp because it can apply some pressure once you get Threshold, and it's just a 2/2 flyer. And you normally just close games with just your aggro plan. I'm not all in on the bridge strategy. I only have 3. I only have the 11 dredgers, which is a little less than normal. Got to make room for the extra lands I wanted to play and the Forcibles somewhere. And there's only 3 Icarids. It's normally a 4 of, or sometimes it's a 3 of, but most of the time you play 4, because I had to make room for the Amalgams. You can still return it with Narcomoebas, and then any Icarid can return it as well. It's not as good as like Bloodghast doing an instant speed or controlling when you want to do it, because it only can be done during upkeep. But it's still fairly good engine to return it, and it sacrifices it in a turn, so you get to make zombies if you have bridges. So that's pretty nice. That's basically the main deck. That's I chose to not play the Dread Returns in the main. Those are actually, I moved them towards the sideboard. You also have Cephalid Coliseums for more enablers also. It's just a normal staple Dredge thing you can do. And let's go towards the sideboard. We're opting for Serenities to fight off artifacts and enchantments. You never know what you need to beat in Legacy, so this is just like for cards like Moat or to let us not attack Ensnaring Bridge, things like that. And maybe Enchantress or something like that, just to be a sweeper for that. We have 2 additional discard spells to help fight the combo decks if you think we need more. We have the Dread Return package. These guys, 2 Dread Returns to board in with 3 different fatties to choose from to put in our deck. Elvish Norn, obviously, for small creature decks. You can also use it to go over the top of some of the mid-rangey decks, like the Flights of Goyfs and bigger creatures like that. So you can actually get in with your 3/3s. Fire, and then this is obviously kills permanents, and Ionic is basically for like mono red decks like that, where you can just shut them off their 1 color and just win the game that way. We have some Firestorms to be sweepers and to kill Deathrat Shamans. It's one of the biggest problem cards for this deck. You basically can't normally win the traditional way when they have this Deathrat Shaman in play, so you have to have a lot of answers to it. We also have Needles for that reason as well. It's mostly just there to be a cheap answer to Deathrat Shaman. You can try and discard it or Forcible it, stuff like that, but if they draw one off the top, it's still just going to be as impactful as it is on the early turns. So you definitely, like this, you can also name just like, if you know if they have, for instance, they have Relics in their deck or any of those other effects like Tormod's Crypt or anything like that, you can just name that with this and shut those off. If you see one with a Cabal Therapy or something like that. So that's pretty nice as well. Basically to help fight the hate. Alright, and that's the deck list. Hopefully it works out. I don't know how this is going to work. Let's see you in the games.